This is 1360 AM.
WNJC, Washington Township, Philadelphia. Philadelphia's Renaissance radio station. Brought to you from Forsyth Broadcasting. Or listen to us at WNJCradio.com.
Okay, it's time to put on your listening ears, thinking caps, and laughing shoes. It's time for the Doc and Amy Show, with your sweethearts of the airwaves who agree to disagree sometimes. Take it away, Doc and Amy.
What's up, Doc?
What's up?
All right. Well, welcome everybody to our Labor Day show. That was specifically chosen to be significant for Labor Day because it's Raymond Scott's Powerhouse. It was in all the cartoons it was used. It was meant to, signify industrial work, kind of, heavy labor.
Yeah.
So we chose that, and today is our Labor Day special show.
It is, and you know what? I really like the new WNJC intro. The music was a little sassy.
Sassy.
It was. I was dancing over here, and Doc was laughing at me, which can never be a good sign.
Well, I guess you're going to have to live with that bad sign for a long time.
Yeah, I was twerking.
Okay.
That's pretty funny.
Yes, we're in Labor Day, the Hard at Twerking special.
Oh, my gosh.
I had a line about that. I forgot to write down. Anyway.
I have a twerking line for later.
Good.
And I mean an actual line, not a twerking line, like a line of
line
people
dance.
twerking.
Yeah, because folks could get hurt. Yeah, you cheeky broad. You.
I'm so cheeky.
All right. Welcome to the shenanigans here. It's 5 o'clock on Sunday. You can call us at 856-227-1360. You can follow us on the World Wide Web at www.docandamyshow.com. You can see us driving down the street and throw rocks at the car. You can do whatever you want. But
you can also listen online if you're not listening online.
At WNJCradio.com.
You can.
Yes.
Nothing to download. It's very quick and easy.
Yes, it's effortless for Labor Day.
Yes. As long as you have one finger on your hand to click with which to click. You just need a finger. Because you have to click
Here's one for you right here. All right. Okay. Today we're going to be talking about jobs and labor and things like that. And if you
much fun.
Can I finish? If you have some stories from work, specific crazy jobs that you've had, anything that you would like to add to our Labor Day show, please call us. And it's 856-227-1360. If you're out of work, just call us. We'll try to find you something. Anyway, I'm just not having a really good hair day today. I had to wear this hat because I haven't had a haircut in a while. Now, the story behind that is, when I was growing up, there was this old Nazi across the street who had a barbershop, Werner Specht, okay? Specht, yes. And he would correct you if you didn't pronounce it that way. He would, for 50 cents, do a bloodletting for you.
Okay.
Yes, so for your 4 bits, you got a complete transfusion, basically. Yeah, so I had no hair for most of my life. So that's why I really am reluctant to get a haircut, and I have not done that for a long, long time. So I put this hat on. This morning, it was very hot and humid in our house last night, and I woke up this morning, I had this bouffant thing going on.
He looks like a Rastafarian.
And basically what I looked like was the love child with the mustache between Dolly Parton and Gene Shalit, sort of.
Oh,
yeah, it was terrible. I just have too much hair. I'm kind of like Kenny G with genitals, sort of. So. It's
poor Kenny G.
It's just weird, and so if we put this out in a video format, people would be seeing all this spilling out. But anyway, I'm trying not to be self-conscious about it. We're going to go on. Well, there are people in here looking at me pretty weird right now, but we're going to talk about jobs and we're going to talk about all kinds of things. We do have another segment of our 2 People, 1 Quote. That is a game that Amy and
John.
John, thank you very much. Yeah, that's a hard name, but you know what? Whatever. Yes, Amy and John have been in this competition for several weeks now, and it's tied.
It is tied.
It is tied 2-2, and we are going to have the tie-breaking game today. Are you up for this, John?
Of course.
Okay, I just choked on. I just swallowed a bug. No, John is going to be ever the competitor, just like always. We may be throwing you a left hook on this one, so
Okay.
You have to be prepared. I'm sure you studied up. Everything is good to go. The format is that Amy gives us a quote and attributes it to two different people, and she's going to try to get John to guess or not guess which one of those people actually made the quote. So if you've been following along, it's a completely nerve-wracking few minutes of radio. It's scintillating radio.
It's extremely exciting. Try to control yourselves.
Oh, absolutely. It's like. Do you want to be a millionaire squared? Basically,
You might want to take like a Xanax or something. Do they calm you down? Is that what Xanax do? Or is that Zantac? One of them, I always forget. One is like for digestive issues, and one is... What does that do?
Just go with Valium. I don't care.
I don't know much about that stuff. I'm normal.
I have a prescription for bourbon. I'm okay.
Okay, there we go.
For our Labor Day show, I wanted to kind of go over jobs and working and things like that. So if you have, you can certainly call in with your anecdotes in that regard. Now, what I did want to do is kind of, because I'm an oddball individual, as anyone will tell you that knows me. Sure. I have had several pursuits, John, in my life. Now, the caveat here, what I want to say is that I'm going to read you a list of things that I have done in professional pursuits. Okay, things that I've been paid to do. The cautionary statement is that some of these are concurrent. So I've done several at one time, perhaps, or I've been in a position to go from one crappy job to a less crappy job, things like that. Okay, sometimes jobs just go away, and you have to find something else, and that's happened to me as well. When I first started out my professional career, guess what my first job was?
I have no idea.
That's a good guess.
That is a good guess.
Yes, very good. Thanks for playing along, John. See you later.
He was not an exotic dancer.
No, that took several years. No, my first job, I was 12 years old. My first paying gig was I followed these horses around through several parades with a shovel. Okay,
yeah.
So I was shoveling.
Yeah.
Yes, and I'm look at me. I'm still doing it. So that was my first job. My second job was custodian for the local Salvation Army Corps, for which I later became a sergeant major, actually. So that I started in 1969. I'm still affiliated with the Salvation Army, much to their chagrin. Now here's a pretty much comprehensive list of the things that I have done. Again, some of these concurrently. See what you think. See, we'll keep account of this. All right. Aside from the shoveler and the custodian, I was a percussion teacher, a missile and radar technician, an independent duty clinician, an insurance physical examiner, a professional musician, insurance and securities representative, a car salesman. I did securities sales in oil wells. I was a physical therapist for a chiropractor. I did fire alarm sales. I was a phlebotomist for plasmapheresis. I was a fast food worker, a chef, a security consultant, a truck driver, a cab driver, a bouncer. I worked in a maximum security prison. I was a youth minister. I was retail sales in electronics, retail sales in appliances. I was a journeyman electrician, a mechanic, a midwife, a stand-up comic, a videographer. I did lawn care sales, pest control. I was a handyman. I was a talent booker. I was an advertising entrepreneur. I was a gymnastics and cheer coach. I was an actor in indie films. I was an artist, or still am, for cartoons, caricatures, portraits, and logos. Crisis counselor, university teacher, industrial production worker, a studio musician, lighting and sound technician, vacuum cleaner salesman, banquet staff, T-shirt sales, radio host, professional mascot, and a paid tax preparer. So,
how about that?
When somebody wants to talk to me about a job, I've done it.
Yeah.
Except for like astronaut or something like that, which very few people have done.
A lot of that was you did concurrently.
That's exactly, yes.
Because the company shut down and you lost your job.
Or I was doing,
something.
I was doing three things
part-time. Or you had a full-time job and then you did certain things on the side to make extra money.
So if anybody can beat those 46 pursuits in my youthful existence, you definitely call us in. Let's hear what you've got to say, and I will be sharing some delightful anecdotes about some of those pursuits. Now, I want to get right to it because I'm always so excited about this part of our show. Amy,
you just love this.
I do. I mean, this is great. Amy and John have had this ongoing competition, and it's tied. It's even. So today, this is exciting. It's going to be the tiebreaker. Amy is going to, in her segment called Two People, One Quote, she's going to read a quote. She's going to attribute it to two different people, and she's going to have John guess to see which one of those people actually authored the quote, and we will see if she can fool him or if he can actually get it.
We shall see.
So, our first quote, John, are you ready? Are you up for this? Are you all warmed up? Do you need any time? You okay?
Good to go.
All right.
Okay.
So, Amy, take it away. Let's see what you got.
Okay. Quote number 1. Someone asked me, why don't I ever run out of energy? I replied, I am energy. I can't run out of myself. Was that Will.i.am or Kanye West?
I'm going to say Kanye West.
It was Will.i.am.
Oh, all right, ladies.
I thought you were going to get that one.
Ladies and gentlemen, I know you're writing this down, keeping track at
It
home.
sounds exactly like something Kanye would say, doesn't it? That's what I was going for.
If there was the word God in there, maybe. So, as it stands right now in this part of the competition, Amy won, John nothing. This is very exciting.
You're such the commentator.
I'm just excited about this. I love this game.
Good.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Let's see what else you have.
Okay, quote 2. We're narrowing it down. I've cut out the poultry and I've cut out the vegetables. We're going more with textiles. Okay, who said that? Lady Gaga or Jennifer Lawrence on training for the new X-Men movie?
Lady Gaga.
You were right.
Ooh, ladies and gentlemen, it's a tie game.
I thought I might fool
in a
him with
tie
that
game.
one because Jennifer Lawrence is a jokester and she always says funny stuff like that.
But you can't lean into it and set it up so hard. You're overworking it. Anyway.
Oh, you know what?
I know, but psychologically, that sends a message. So you have to be a little careful here. But it is, in a tie series, a tie game. This is very, very exciting. She's going to throw something. So, everybody, just hang on. I know you're on the edge of your seats like I am.
Oh, yeah.
Amy?
Okay.
Number 3. Let's see.
I quit therapy because my analyst was trying to help me behind my back. Was that Richard Lewis or Amanda Bynes?
Amanda Bynes.
It was Richard Lewis.
Ooh, Amy 2, John 1.
Okay.
This is a very exciting match. I mean, this is, I couldn't be more excited about this.
Going back and forth.
Oh my
It
God.
really
it's
is.
like
volleying.
It's like ping
Volleying.
pong.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
now-
it's not, and we're in a radio station. But besides that, yeah,
Okay.
there we go.
Whatever. No, so Amy is just gnawing at the bit to get one more.
I am.
Because this, in a tie game, in a tie series. Ooh, go ahead.
Here, hold this bit so I can talk. No.
You hold this. Go ahead.
Quote number 4. Those who believe in telekinetics, raise my hand. Was that Tom Cruise or Kurt Vonnegut?
Tom Cruise.
It was Kurt Vonnegut.
Oh my God, that is 3-1 for Amy.
I thought you were going to kill me this week with
now,
this
how many
one.
do you have total? 5?
5. I have one more.
All right, we have one. We're going to play it out. Okay,
Yeah,
John.
we'll play it out.
We don't want to, impose upon you, but let's hear the last one since
Okay.
Amy prepared this. Go ahead.
What the world needs is more geniuses with humility, and there are so few of us left. Oscar Levant or Stephen Hawking?
Ooh.
Oscar Levant.
It was Oscar Levant.
Oh, see, now if you'd had 2 more
was so
questions, this
close.
could have been very, very, oh my God, still exciting.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Amy has,
John will win next week. This is what always happens.
Well, I don't know.
You know what's so funny?
next week it could tie it up again. We don't
3
know.
weeks ago when he won, I'm like, I got him this week. These are really good. I took a lot of time, like, trying to find the perfect quotes
Right.
and the perfect... And then last week, I didn't take as much time, and you won. Wait, and I won.
Yeah.
And
No.
I won.
It was tied. He tied it up last week.
He did win.
Am I the only one keeping track of
I
this?
forget.
It's your game.
This week, I didn't take that much time. Doc found a couple, and then I came up with the...
Oh my God.
No, and then I had some, and I'm like, I think he's going to get me this week. So I'm really surprised. Yeah, you'll win next week.
So, for those of you trying to make sense of all of this, Amy, at this point, has pulled ahead.
One ahead.
3-2. But John's a good competitor. He's in there. He's holding
these
his
quotes
own.
are funny too. Some of these quotes are. I get a kick out of these quotes.
Well,
we're funny.
At some point we're going to do a call-in contest with some of this nature.
Yeah,
and we'll see if we can get some folks involved with this. We do have, however, a new contest up on our website.
Mm-hmm.
And
oh yeah, baby.
Yeah, we do. We have we had the caption contest, and our previous one was won by Don from Lindenwold. Thank you very much. I don't remember the quote exactly. It was a picture of Charlie Sheen, and those of you who visited our website saw that. Now, if you visit our website on the Contact Us page, there is a setup, and what it is you supply the punchline. And that will determine the winner of the contest, the best punchline. Now, there is a prize package involved. We have an official, professionally made Doc and Amy Show T-shirt.
Official.
It's the official. Yeah,
it is it's extremely.
It's not
official.
One of those cheap knockoff licensed versions. It's an official Doc and Amy Show T-shirt. We have a fully functioning ballpoint pen of the Doc and Amy Show. We have 2 CDs for you from Todd Chappelle. His latest release, Morning People, and his previous release, Moderately Funny Songs. And we'll have a gift card pulled at random from our Bag of Tricks, and that could be yours if you visit our website. Look at page 2, the Contact Us page. It makes it very convenient. You can drop right down there and write us your punchline. So it's not the easiest punchline in the world. I wanted to make it a little bit challenging. So take a look at that.
Make them work for it a little bit.
You're gonna have to stretch, yes, and it's at www.thedocandamyshow.com. Have some fun with that. We did, and we certainly want to hear from you by any means. You can certainly call us right now at 856-227-1360. Love to hear from you. Tell us about your jobs, funny stories, the extent of jobs that you may have had, the job that you lost, whatever.
I think everybody, how they think of Labor Day is it's the day to barbecue and be outside, and it's the day to switch out your wardrobe.
Well, and no offense to...
And that's what John was saying to me. Like, he even forgot the whole reason behind Labor Day. It was about people who work and celebrating them, and about barbecues and thing. What was at the forefront of John's mind is that today, right after the show, he's going to go home and take all the white clothes out of his closet.
That's right.
He does not want to make the faux pas of wearing white.
Well, John, in reference to that, the Ku Klux Klan was going to become very PC, and they were going to, open up their ranks to gay members. But they had a little bit of a safety valve in that, and they were only going to hold meetings after Labor Day. So, no, I'm wearing a white shirt today. This is the next to the last day that I'm going to be able to wear my summer white shirt.
Actually said that this morning.
I did.
Like, I better wear the shirt because after tomorrow I can't wear it.
Yes, and it goes to beige and earth tones.
Oh, okay, and earth tones.
Whatever, I don't know.
Whatever. Like you care.
I really don't. I could come in here, dressed in, some kind of cartoon clothes. It wouldn't bother me at all.
Cartoon clothes.
Yeah.
What are those?
I'd letterhosen. I don't know. Maybe dressed like Mickey Mouse or whatever. Now, I know we haven't prepared this. We haven't discussed it. I'm just going to kind of throw you a curve. Do you have any oddball stories from a previous occupation, a job, a pursuit that really stands out in your mind as being truly bizarre?
I probably don't have anything that is at all interesting, unless like I were trying to, the only time somebody would listen to me, it was like on like a first date and they had to, and they wanted to impress me, like they cared. But other than that, they're probably like, no, they're very boring. My life's pretty boring.
We're still on our first date.
I know. Oh.
See, she always makes that noise. I don't know what that's about.
No, I really don't have any stories that are interesting or funny that I would want.
It's nice that you say that in that robotic 1984
I
tone.
do not have any stories that are interesting.
No, I do not. Please continue,
I am
citizen.
extremely boring.
Yes, thank you so much. I feel like George Jetson over here. Whatever. There have been some really bizarre things that have happened to me in my series of occupations that I ran off, that litany of pursuits. And I don't know really which to go into first. I have now here. I guess this one is. I used to work in a maximum security prison. Okay.
Yes.
And that was exciting. Okay,
that sounds like it would be.
Yeah, you go. You're just going into work before you can set your lunch bucket down. These 12 big metal gates slam behind you, clang, 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 and it's really. And then you're in there.
Gives you the warm and fuzzy.
Yeah, you're inside a 40-acre enclosure with all the dregs of society.
Yeah,
thousands of
you're
them.
locked in with them.
Yes, and we had riots and things like that where I couldn't go home. It was the perfect job situation. We had this one guy who was a real pain in the butt. Okay, this guy, aside from being fairly wacko, and of course he was in the right place for that, but he had Crohn's disease and had part of his intestine removed, actually end-to-end anastomosis. They cut out a piece and joined the other two pieces together because he was young, and that's what they do. And he was complaining about the pain. There was really nothing to hurt, but what they had done. And because I ran the emergency room, the clinic, the dental area, the pharmacy, all that stuff, they had left, the doctor had prescribed him when they sent him away from the hospital, was these cups, these like peel-off cups, like the single-serve peanut butter packs thing.
Okay, yeah.
And one of them was Tylenol 3 with cocaine. Okay. The other one was basically a Mickey. It was chloral hydrate.
Okay.
So that he could sleep. Now, if you've ever heard about chloral hydrate, somebody slipping you a Mickey, that's chloral hydrate. You take it and you go, poof, you're done.
Yeah, you're down.
Okay?
Down for the count.
So he was yelling and complaining about his pain and so forth, and the whole range, takes up everybody's issue so that they can raise Cain themselves. So we got fiery toilet paper rolls flinging everywhere, and it's total pandemonium.
It's like redneck fireworks.
Yeah, and they said you have to go, figure this out. So I went over to see what his complaint was. He told me, and he was hurting, he was in pain. So I went over and I opened up one of his. Now you have to keep the old containers. You can't just give it to them and let it go. You have to take it from. So I had a used Tylenol 3 container, and I poured the chloral hydrate in there. Okay, and kind of sealed it shut. Mm-hmm. Okay, now chloral hydrate, boom, you're done. Okay, so I go back over there and just to shut the whole range up because I didn't want to spend the weekend there. And I said, here you go, this is some painkiller. And he drank it. I said, you might want to go. And before I got that out, bam, he was on the floor. And I just said, he's okay. And he yelled at everybody at the range, waving, he's okay. And he quit screaming. They quit screaming. I went home. Now, I tell you this because this guy was such a pain in the behind. He decided to go on a hunger strike. And so he's going to not eat because he's, got some cause,
Right.
We don't care.
Right.
He's in a maximum security. He's not going to eat. Don't eat. I don't care.
Right.
Yeah. So, but I was given the task of monitoring him daily. His weight, his blood pressure, all this other stuff. So every day he would come over to get his weight checked. And I was the one, I made sure I was the one to check his weight. And he'd step up on the scale, and I put my toe on the scale. During his hunger strike, he gained a pound every day. Okay? And,
you're the devil.
Oh, yes. So basically, it turned out that, this was all for nothing, and he gave it up. So, that's one of my creative job stories. If you have one, you can call us at 856-227-1360. Share with us the things that you have done at work, the things that have gotten
Especially if you've worked in a maximum security prison.
Things that have gotten you accolades, things that have gotten you raises, things that have gotten you fired. Please tell us about it. Now, I know Amy has some stories that she's dug up, and I haven't. Now, John, usually we sit and we discuss the show. Mm-hmm. Today we did not. I have no. She wasn't talking to me for half the day, apparently.
That is so not true.
I really have no idea what's coming up here, so I take no responsibility. Go ahead, Amy.
Oh, thanks. No, I have a couple quick stories that I found were interesting.
All right.
The first one is about the tooth fairy.
Okay.
And the tooth fairy's been around for a while, as everybody knows. When you're little,
he's old,
and you lose a tooth.
Actually, he's Nathan Lane.
The tooth fairy, yeah. That's what the story's about.
Yes.
He came out of the tooth fairy closet.
Yes. The causal fillings.
Whatever.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, like you get like a quarter or something.
What?
Under your pillow. Why? How much did you get?
They cut a penny in half.
A penny?
Yeah.
A hen penny?
No, I got a dime.
A dime?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a quarter.
I
think the first tooth I got a silver dollar because I remember it was like a big silver thing. Yeah, I think I got like a silver dollar.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, see, this is another carbohydrate story because when my brother went to sleep, I gave him some of that, and I pulled out his teeth. I made like $3.50.
Stop.
He had an extra tooth.
That's really he had an extra tooth.
Oh, he was born with teeth. This guy and a beard, a full beard.
Yeah. I've seen pictures. So anyway, now apparently, the 25 cents, the 10 cents is not enough. And they interviewed this woman, her name is Kelly Pierce, and she gave her kids 25 cents under their pillow. And her son and daughter came home from school, or I forget, son or daughter, and said, so-and-so said they got $3, so-and-so said they got $5, so-and-so said they got $10 for a tooth. So,
they sell these as prosthetics?
That's what she's like, are you kidding me? Like,
it's crazy.
That's crazy. Like, you're getting, like, how much money, you figure, how many teeth do we have in our mouth that fall out, like baby teeth? I don't remember how many baby teeth.
28.
It's 28 baby teeth? Okay.
Yeah.
I knew it was 32 adult teeth.
Yes.
Okay, but I wasn't sure how many baby teeth. I thought, I guess 4 molars don't. Okay.
Are you doing the math over there, John? Do you have a calculator?
Thanks a lot.
Yes, baby math.
Yeah. Can you imagine, like, that many teeth? Like, that's a lot of money. That's crazy. So,
Where's my pen? 28 times 3. That's okay. That's $84.
Oh.
I just did
that. That's a lot of money.
I think it's 84. I just did it in my head.
What, 24 times 3?
I think so.
That's 84.
I'm so proud of myself, John.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I could be the tooth fairy.
Yeah. So I actually wrote like a little funny story about it, but now that I'm reading it, I realize it doesn't make any sense.
This is why we should discuss the show.
I think you're rubbing off on me.
Oh God.
Sometimes it's funnier not to make sense.
Okay, that's what happens to me on stage, but I do it for an hour and I try to walk off in one direction. It's the wrong direction. Somebody points me to the car and I go home.
So where's the Tooth Fairy get all this money anyway?
The American Dental Association? I don't know. It's some kind of fundraiser.
And who came up with that?
At the Gay Pride Parade, probably.
Can we, like the adults should come up with something, like, for the kids to do? Don't you think?
You put a beer under my pillow.
Something like the beer fairy. Like Larry the Cable Guy dressed up in, like, tights and a ballet shoes or something.
We've seen that. That's not pretty. No. The beer fairy.
Why not? Sounds good. And personally, if I had to choose a fairy, it would be the house cleaning fairy.
You know what?
Especially a fairy who did the dishes and the toilet.
I do. All of these things notwithstanding, when I'm sound asleep, I do not want a fairy in my room. That's just me. I'm just a little squeamish. Skeevish.
That's my new favorite word. Scheme. How would you spell that? E-E or
however you
E-A-M?
want. I don't care.
Skeemish.
It's only the pronunciation that matters. Nobody
That's
cares.
my favorite new word.
Skeemish. Yes.
Skeemish.
Well, that really identifies a bunch of ex-wives.
No, there you go. Skeemish. I like that.
And skeevish.
Speaking of that,
as she wildly flings notes around all over.
Speaking of awesome transitions, segues.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Now I just ruined it. but speaking of new words,
schemeways.
Yeah. I read an article also this week that I thought you would find
Congratulations.
Yeah, I can read.
Yeah.
I thought you would find extremely alarming, and so I just had to bring it up here today. Apparently,
in front of everybody.
Yes,
I can't wait.
everybody.
Talk about schemish. Now I am.
Yeah, apparently 2 new words were added to the Oxford Dictionary.
Oh, yeah.
And those 2 new words are selfie and twerk.
Yes.
And anyone out of our listeners who does not know, a selfie is when you take a self-portrait of yourself and
hold
post
the phone out, point it at yourself.
on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or Tweeter or imadork.com or whatever.
It works on any format, yes.
And twerking is a new dance in which the girls bend over and shake their butts. Like really fast, back and forth.
Yes. Very
so
cheeky.
Those twerk and selfie were added to the dictionary.
I
but
can't
now
wait for this combination. I see it coming.
But Oxford has a new rule that if they add 2, they have to take 2 away.
Oh, good. They just take those 2.
They added twerk and selfie, and they took away common sense and decorum. They were removed from the dictionary.
That strikes a balance. Absolutely.
I thought that would be perfect.
Right.
So,
twerking for a living.
I'm a little more patient with the things that I can't believe I want to say this. The younger kids do. God, I feel so old. Like the twerking and the selfies. I mean, you know what? I was younger once, and I'm still younger than you.
You were younger 5 minutes ago.
Younger, like early 20s, teens, whatever. And, my parents and grandparents were like, oh, I can't believe you're doing that. That's crazy, right? Whatever. I'm really patient with that, and I don't have a problem with it. However, I don't know that twerking should be added to the Oxford Dictionary.
I don't. What are these people in Oxford? Everybody brags about their Oxford education, and then the Oxford Dictionary has twerking in it.
Well,
Please.
Twerking, that's a dance, so maybe, but selfie?
All right, here's what we want to do.
What?
Here's what we want to do. If anybody out there listening is proficient at twerking, next Sunday we want you to come into the studio and give us a demonstration of that and take a selfie while you're doing it. And we're going to send it to the Oxford people.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, so if you are a twerker, a twerkist, are you a twerkologist? What is that?
A twerkist.
I don't know.
Hi, Mom. This is my new girlfriend, Hillary. She's a twerkist. Twerkist,
whatever. Really, I'm now. This is something that I want to, let's take all of this hard fought information. The things.
Are you sure you want to make this announcement?
We want to have a twerkologist in here, self-twerking, twerky, a twerky in here. You come in here. Well, we can bring whatever your favorite piece of music is to accompany your twerking thing that you do. And we want you to, while you're doing it, take a selfie, and on behalf of yourself and the Doc and Amy Show, we're going to send it to the Oxford people.
It would be really hard to
and we'll give you a ballpoint pen.
That's
the challenge. Who said it was
you have
easy?
to put your arms in front of you. And
not necessarily. Not if you're really good at it. You might fall over once or twice, but that's okay. We're patient. So that's our challenge to our listening audience. If you are a twerkologist, please go to www.thedocandamyshow.com. Contact us on page 2. You can send us all your information. We will have you in here next week twerking your heart out, taking a selfie, and we're going to send it in a padded envelope to the Oxford
whatever.
People. Okay? Sound like a deal?
To the insane asylum.
Yes. And if you want to pre-qualify, you can call us at 856-227-1360. And you can twerk over the phone, and we can,
Yeah, we'll listen to your
if we can hear it.
Butt cheeks slapped together
If we can hear it, yes, you're in the finals. Okay, so. This is crazy. Somebody call us, please.
Crazier minute by
Somebody just jump in and stop this foolishness.
Listen to people twerk.
Yeah, why not?
I just like hearing you say twerk because it makes you seem cooler than you actually are.
Just about anything does. So anyway, that stands. That challenge stands. We also have a punchline contest on our website. We want you to take advantage of that. Now, the other I forgot to mention.
Oh my gosh!
Sit still. One thing I forgot to mention in the prize package for the Punchline contest is that we will invite you to come in the studio live and participate in this foolishness. Yes, you can twerk or whatever you want to do. And so go on our website and supply us a punchline. The winning punchline gets all that supply of goodies that we mentioned, and you can come and join us right here in the studio live and have this much fun. Whatever.
It's much fun.
So please, just involve yourself in that. We want to have some, what's the word I'm looking for? Audience participation. Yes. So what else you got? That's now I'm out of steam. Go ahead.
I have this story on Roger Waters.
Who?
Roger Waters of The Who. Oh, God. Did you just do that? And I totally fell for it. I am such a loser. How did I just fall for that? I can't even believe I fell for that.
You know
That's ridiculous.
They don't give these jobs attempts.
No, they don't.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So apparently, a Jewish group from the city of Berlin
go ahead.
Is boycotting Roger Waters' shows because I can't imagine that many Jewish people in Berlin would go to his shows, but whatever. Claiming
I have a line that I can't say. Go ahead.
Don't you hate when that happens? They claim that his show has anti-Semitic symbols. Apparently, now he's denying this, of course. Apparently, they found a picture of people partying like around an oven, and inside the oven there were human bones.
What?
Yeah. And so they're saying it's an anti-Semitic, like it was supposed to be symbolizing, what happened 50 years ago.
Yeah.
But Roger Waters had a perfectly logical explanation there. He said that he actually uses the oven to store his human bones so that the cops won't find his cocaine.
I see.
I think he explained it pretty clearly.
It's actually people that paid good money to go to his concerts who went up to him later and said, "Eat me." Yeah. No, whatever. Anyway, I don't know. We're done here. Thank you for listening. Actually.
I love that song. It is so. I wish I could listen the whole way through.
It was the origin of just jumping up and down to music, basically.
I just love that. It's just so catchy.
But you cannot stand still.
So beautiful.
Yeah, you can't stand still when that's playing. You just can't.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, that was actually part of that was a true story, and I was spoofing on it, but. They're saying that he has anti-Semitic symbols, but he doesn't. He has all different.
He had like a pig, an inflatable pig or something.
Yeah, he was making fun of politics, and it really had nothing to do with any of that. I think it was just somebody being overly sensitive.
Well, he used to be with the Who, and now he's with the what? I don't know. When I was a kid, this reminds me one thing I didn't put on my job list. I was kind of believe it or not, John, I was kind of a rebellious youth.
Really?
And yeah.
Wow.
And at one point, I decided to run away from home, and I used the occurrence of when the Jewish carnival came through town. Ran off and joined the Jewish carnival.
The Jewish carnival.
Yes, I did. And I apprenticed, actually. There were a lot of cool jobs. First, I worked with the lion shamer. Yes. What? So again with the growling. What? Steak twice a day? This is appreciation. Hi. It's what I worked at Gilda-Whirl. I don't know.
That's so wrong.
I know it is. And
that's great.
And I worked a refreshment stand too. I sold Hebrewskis. Anyway, I don't know. Somebody shoot me now.
Did you ever have a gefilte fish smoothie?
Get out.
That you just try to think of the grossest possible thing.
I used to hang out. That's how I got started in comedy. I used to hang out with the Moyle. He was a real cut up.
I'm
sorry. It's not like I wrote anything down. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay. No, like a gefilte fish smoothie or like a kimchi ice cream.
What are you talking about?
No, I just said I'm talking about the grossest things you could possibly think of. Like gefilte fish is gross as it is, but imagine like if it were in a smoothie. That just brings up the gross notch like a couple more notches. The gross whatever rating. The gross factor. The gross factor.
That should be a show.
And then like
I think it is actually. It's just not called that.
Like kimchi pie with ice cream a la mode or something. A kimchi tart with brown sugar topping or something.
The bile burger.
Burger.
I don't know.
There's some foods that are just wrong. Of course, you don't like mushrooms, and you think they're wrong too.
That's fungus. Why would you eat fungus?
Because it's good. And
if it happens on your feet, you can't wait to get rid of it.
It's a different kind of fungus.
Not really.
It really is, though. Mushrooms don't grow on your feet.
They do if you leave that untreated long enough. You got it's look like you have 20 toes. Anyway.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. It's you have anything to add, John? We're just going straight down the tubes here. If I could do the toilet flushing sound, I would be doing it right now. Now, one of the things that we peruse the internet on a regular basis. We look at things, of all from every corner of the planet.
Yeah, Doc, he peruses the internet while I'm doing dishes and cleaning, and that's how we roll in our household.
You're gonna roll here now. No, I looked at now in the old days before there was the internet. There were personal ads that operated with the U.S. Postal Service. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
And you answered to a blind mailbox and got responses either way. Blind, it's all very, whatever. It's very archaic. And now you have the internet. You can become anyone you want to be and try to find your significant other, by untruthful means. And I found out, it just occurred to me that there are, I don't know if they still call them suitors. Somebody who's...
What are you, 862 years old?
I'm 862.
Suitor?
I have an autographed copy of the Bible.
Yeah, no. Doc courted me.
So what do you call it? A pursuant? What do you call it?
A stalker?
No, that's what I'm trying to make the definition here. A suitor is somebody who's very.
How about my boo?
Could you just not participate for that? A suitor.
You asked me for a
someone
name.
who is very gallantly pursuing the opposite sex. Someone who is very gracefully and politely a suitor. I figured out that the difference between a suitor and a stalker is a suitor says, "You had me at hello." A stalker says, "You had me at hell no." That's the difference. So look out for that. That's your given. Anyway,
he said that to me so many times.
Yeah,
the second one.
Yes, right. Hell no. But things are and men have very specific things that go on in their brains. They have very they're apparently there are a lot of fantasies that they are popular for, I guess. Things, dating twins or whatever, it's crazy stuff. I'm a little low budget where that's concerned. I just get really excited at a three-way stop. Myself.
God.
I don't know. But that's, part. What are you playing now? Thank you. Just play it again so everybody can hear it. It's the toilet flushing sound.
That's when it runs. Don't you hate when the toilet runs?
Yeah, because they're so hard to catch. What? Whatever. Don't.
It's like 86 minutes long.
Just shut her off, John. It doesn't matter.
Oh, you know what?
I don't know. I don't want to. We're talking about Labor Day. We're talking about all these odd jobs and really bad situations and things like that. I'm going to start my own company, my own business.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, and because I'm a little scatterbrained, I'm gonna call it the ADD Corporation. That's what it's gonna be.
That's great.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a board of redirectors.
There you go.
That'll work. Yeah, and we'll put out a bond issue with fleeting interest. Yeah, and because of the attention span.
Oh, there's a squirrel.
Deficit. Yes, thank you very much. Instead of bond or stocks being issued in eighths and bonds being issued in 16ths, these our securities will be in increments of 30 seconds, and that's all you get.
I wonder how many people out there got that.
I don't care.
I have a degree in finance, so did you write that for me? Just for me?
I did, sweetheart. That was entirely for you. She's Amy has a degree in
financial romance.
She is. Yes. Yeah.
I wish it were like monetary romance.
It's kind of like a penny for your thoughts.
Yeah, really.
Well, there are lots of ads out there this weekend too. Lots of specials.
Yeah.
I clicked on my email. Now, once I bought Amy a variety of gifts from different sources, just shopping online. I bought something at Victoria's Secret, and so they keep sending me. They keep badgering me with these emails. And one this morning I saw was in my inbox. And it said, panties half off. I couldn't wait to open it. I was so disappointed. I was, man. So, Labor Day is just kind of tanked for me right now. So, darling, do you have anything else for us?
No.
All right, we're done.
We're done.
Somebody call us at 1-800.
1-800. I could say. Wow.
1-800.
You've been baking out in the sun for long. The number is 227-1360.
No, it's 227-1360. Because somebody's going to say, I want to call, but there's no 13 on my phone.
If they say that, I don't want them to call.
I really want them to call. I got to lash out at somebody. No, it is 856-227-1360. We are Philadelphia's Renaissance radio station, so anywhere in the listening area, that includes parts of Delaware, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and all over the internet, worldwide at www.WNJCradio.com.
You all right there?
I started to give our thing, whatever.
So it's I think a lot of people, I've been to stores except for the liquor store and driving around and
You've
driving
been to
past
the liquor store.
No, no, let me finish. No,
right.
I didn't mean like that, but I've driven past stores and restaurants and things, with the exception of the liquor store, everything's dead.
Is it?
Yeah, it just looks like everybody just goes down
No wonder
the shore.
nobody's calling.
Yeah, nobody ever calls.
If you're not dead, please call.
They're intimidated by our superb sense of humor.
Well, yeah,
awkward pause.
You just cling to that. If that helps you,
it helps.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, around here, everybody. Now, tell me, in Indiana, where you were from,
oh God,
did you find the same thing? Like, I know there's a lake there. Why are you laughing?
There are several lakes.
I know, but there was a lake nearby.
This one kind of spills over from Canada right on in there.
Did people go away? Like, was that a rite of passage?
People are away in Indiana.
But I mean, was it like it is here? Like, or did people just stay home and have barbecues, or what did they do?
They had, because Labor Day happens over a 3-day weekend,
right?
When they sober up and are able to stand again, they start celebrating Labor Day that day.
Okay.
Yes, it's like a 3-day stupor.
Okay.
Basically. Yes, there's shooting and all kinds of things.
Oh, that's
happening.
great.
Oh yeah, Indiana's.
Yeah, we've actually, Doc and I were on the phone several times, and I heard gunshots go off.
Yeah, that's a true story.
Yeah.
In my neighborhood,
they just shoot when they're celebrating or when they're not.
And this goes into history we haven't shared with our listeners. I lived in Indiana, which I hate to admit, but it helps with the story. And we had a long distance relationship going on for 3 years, and we would talk several times a day. And at night, at 9 o'clock, that's when you could set your watch by it. That's when the gunfire started. I'm not kidding. One night we were on the phone and we heard shots, and the next day in the paper, some guy got whacked at the convenience store down on the corner. Okay, which was a stone's throw from the house, and it was like there were crack houses. You could stand on one and throw a rock to the next one. It was. And
this is a product of the auto plants closing down and things just going. Yeah. Downhill from there. That's what happens. It was just like Detroit, things degrade.
It was all crack.
Here
it's coffee. Everybody's hooked on coffee. Yeah. So you've got
coffee is my crack.
You got espressos, but whatever. I don't know.
That's a good line. That's a keeper.
Well, maybe somebody will record this. Anyway, that I just wanted to, kind of embellish what you were saying. That, yeah, it was a very rough. I grew up in a very rough neighborhood. We'd go out and we'd fist fight for fun. I'm not kidding. It was. I mean, there are too many stories to kind of go into in what we have left of this hour. But at some point, we'll share some more stories there.
So people would just, have the normal like Labor Day barbecue. Like a lot of people didn't go away.
Kinda, yeah. But either the fire got out of hand, or they didn't bother with the fire. They would just tackle something and eat it.
Yeah.
It's very frontier out there.
Yeah, it's you don't realize, even if you visit, I don't think you really realize how different parts of the country are. For instance, Doc told me that in Indiana they call green peppers mangoes.
No. Yes, they do. I did not. I never did. Yes.
A green pepper and a mango are two completely different things.
Yes.
They don't taste like each other. They don't look like each other.
They're
they
not
don't
grown
feel
close
like
to
each other.
Yes.
They're grown in completely different parts of the world.
Yeah.
They don't smell like one another. They're not even the same color, but yet they call green peppers mangoes.
Right. But
no idea why.
The upside is they make really good pizza, unlike this place where they don't put meat on their pizza. Not real meat, not lots of meat.
But they had a roast beef place, and the roast beef place, you could get a roast beef sandwich with onion and mango. Now, if you were out there visiting and you saw roast beef with onion and mango, you'd be like, what?
Yeah. You get broccoli on your pizza. What do you know?
Who puts mangoes on roast beef?
Who puts broccoli on pizza?
It's delicious. It's broccoli.
Well, mango on we have to try it.
Anything goes well with broccoli.
And things go great with mangoes.
Roast beef? Roast beef?
What the
roast
hell
beast?
just happened here?
Roast beast?
Maybe. Who knows?
I love that from Doctor Who. Roast beast. I just think that's so funny. It's just so gross.
And she's drinking water, John.
For some reason, when you say roast beef, and I don't eat meat, but it doesn't skeeve me out. But when you say roast beast, you're like, ugh.
That's Dr. Seuss?
Yeah, I didn't mean to. Did I say Doctor Who?
You did.
I meant Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, that's from
had
the Grinch. Yes,
the Lorax guy in my head when I said that too. I just said the wrong thing.
One, Mr. Grinch.
Anyway, I wanted to ask. I got two remotes in front of me.
One's for the TV,
and the other one,
and one's for the cable box. Right? Is there a cable box?
So so I could sit here and watch whatever I wanted.
You could. Thank you. That's I really appreciate that.
I sat down and there are two remotes by the microphone. I'm like, what's going on?
The microphone?
Shut up.
He makes fun of me all the time.
I'll throw a mango at you.
Yeah, so the mango thing, there was something else you called it by a different name,
no,
too.
I did not.
No, but they call by a different name, and I can't remember what it is now.
They called prison college. No, they do that here, don't they? Yes, they do that here. Hey, it's getting coming back from college. Everybody come together. No, I don't.
College. With the quotation marks.
Trade school. You know what I'm saying?
She went away to boarding school. Yeah. She looked like she gained a little weight.
Yeah.
Yeah. They had good food there.
That used to happen.
Yeah, I bet.
When I was young, the girls had started.
She went to work at the farm.
Yeah, she went to visit her aunt. Yes. Yes.
Wait a minute. I thought you and your husband were only children.
Her step aunt, yeah, whatever, her adopted aunt, whatever. I've seen that happen before.
No, we were talking about the other day. There was some other type of
this is
food
scintillating
or something
radio, John.
Else that. No, I think it's really cool that different parts of the country you don't realize how different they are. And we've talked about this before.
Well, every
there.
type of pasta was known as noodles. Didn't matter.
Oh, everything they call noodles.
Is noodles. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Why shouldn't it all be lumped in together?
Because different pasta. The only thing I call noodles are egg noodles because they're like wide and curly.
So there are no eggs in any other pasta.
No, I didn't say that. They're noodles. No.
So you get egg noodles or other noodles with egg in them.
And then if we're just gonna have
this hurts my head.
I'll say we'll have pasta. I mean like spaghetti. But if I say something else, I'll say lasagna if I mean that. Like if you have to prepare it in advance, like
rigatoni
a big
or
dish.
penne or...
No, that would just be pasta.
Right. So I didn't until I got into high school
You
and
called
somebody
it
said
noodles?
pasta.
Yeah.
I said, "What's pasta?"
You didn't even know what pasta was?
Yeah, it was noodles.
Really?
And it's still noodles. I mean, it's all noodles, right? It's just noodles.
Well, what's the actual definition of a noodle?
Depends on who you're asking, baby. I don't know.
We shall not even go there. We've already talked about twerking, and that's
using your noodle right there.
It's a piece of dough that is longitudinal in nature. I don't know what it's a long drawn out piece of work. I don't know. Just like this show,
Yeah.
but you can still in the next 5 minutes call us at 227-1360. We had invited somebody to give us a call, but I guess they died.
What? Or maybe too many drinks, which I hope is the case.
Well, the switchboard has been pretty.
That would be a
clogged
really
up.
good thing.
That would. Well, and I plan to do that myself very soon. Did you have anything else in the closing moments here to share with us that you had prepared?
we talked about the Tooth Fairy.
We did.
And
I remember that. Yes, I'm
a Jewish group who does not like Roger
just
Waters.
cross them off
and
when you're done with them.
twerking.
Okay? Yeah.
Next week, I'm going to have a story on Watergate, and we're not going to say what it is this week. An old building.
We know what Watergate is.
An old building that was part of the Watergate
You don't just set it up. It's going to be next week.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about that next week.
But John and I were discussing before the show, I think it was before the show, that I was in Washington, D.C., August 8th, 1974, when Richard Nixon, actually, the day he resigned.
Yeah.
And I saw the whole motorcade. I saw Gerald Ford come to take office, and I saw, after Richard Nixon gave his double peace sign, got on a Marine One and took off. I saw all that. I was a witness to all of that.
How do you do that?
And for a kid from Indiana, that was pretty exciting.
That is pretty cool.
I was staying in the house with one of the president's herald trumpets, actually. It was very cool.
It is very cool.
It was very cool.
I would like to remind our listeners that
we have a radio show.
To tell the listeners about your upcoming comedy show.
Yes. This month, because it's the first, it's upon us already.
This month?
Yeah, on the 14th. At 8 p.m. in Wilmington. I understand, darling. I'm going to be there. In Wilmington, Delaware, 2nd and Market Streets, in this nice, big, upscale pizza place called Extreme Pizza. Gorgeous, gorgeous place.
It is really nice.
I'm going to be part of the comedy show, the Extreme Pizza Extravaganza, there with BJ Clear, who's hosting it, and some other comics. I'm going to be doing some stand-up. And you're welcome to join us. I believe it's $10 to get in.
It's only $10 to get in. And check out the place online, because when I first heard Extreme Pizza, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
But you look, the place is
it's a big
really,
franchise. Yeah.
really nice.
It's a franchise place. And
I couldn't believe, it's
upscale.
very nice. It's like, sort of like a Bertucci's or something like that.
What? Can you say that on the radio?
What?
I don't know. So anyway, yes, it's at 8 p.m. On the 14th, the second Saturday next month. I'll be doing some live stand-up. Please come out and join us for that. $10, 2nd and Market Street, Wilmington, Delaware. Did I forget anything?
I don't think.
If you want some more information, if you forget the time, the date, or whatever, you can go to our website, www.thedocandamy.com, and ask. Just type in a question mark. We'll know what you're talking about. Okay, so you're done. You have nothing else prepared.
Yeah, I guess.
You should.
I just can't wait to go eat my barbecue food.
Because you don't eat meat. What are you going to do? You're just going to drink it right out of the bottle.
No, there's like pasta salad and there's good stuff.
Noodles.
Noodles.
Yes, noodles.
Yeah, noodles.
A noodle salad.
That doesn't sound as good as pasta salad.
Hey, noodles sounds okay to me.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. So anyway, John, thank you. I'm sorry for your resounding defeat there in the two people, one quote.
No, you're not.
No, I really
oh,
live
great.
for this.
So you're not rooting for me?
Not really. No, John, we appreciate you playing along. You have any final words for Labor Day, the special today?
Final words.
No, I got to bounce back for next week, though, for sure, during the game.
You do.
I'll bring my A game.
You have to.
He's going to be on.
Yeah.
Now, what he's going to read the entire internet.
Every
front
quote
to back,
that
A to
ever
Z.
existed.
Yes, and that's what I do.
I just have to not try so hard, because when I don't try so hard, then I tend to do. I overthink it sometimes.
Right. You can't be so descriptive next time.
Well, I do.
Anyway.
I'm just very logical and extremely intelligent, so it's hard for me to bring it down.
All right.
I almost didn't laugh through that whole sentence.
I almost didn't either. All right. We want to thank you for joining us again. You have endured another hour of the Doc and Amy Show. Join us again next week at 5 p.m. We will perhaps have a call-in guest. We expected some input this time, but we'll see. Something may happen. Join us on our website, www.thedocandamyshow.com. And please stay tuned on this station for all kinds of good things. Robert Joseph in the morning, 7 to 9. John has a sports show and that's